just put in an image of like a blue dodgeball.
Be weird merch to release. Just a blue dodgeball.
Officially sponsored Antumbra dodgeball.
Yeah.
We only made one.
Yeah, there's only one.
It's just spray painted blue. Like it's not even flakes off instantly. It's part of the fun.
You throw it once, it bounces, all the paint crumbles off.
Like a dust. Do not breathe it in.
Yeah.
Will be harmful. Alright, fellas. It is week 53 of this.
I think we might have lost count.
I'm trying. I'm trying to be there, but it's in the 50s.
Yeah.
Yeah, 53. 53.
Okay.
Last time, y'all were met with the state magicians of the Van Dyke army trying to get back Lex, and they were very close to kicking y'all butts before everybody's friend Melody decided to go wild and
all out.
Just teleport everyone, it seems, everywhere else. Except for the one dude, the big man that showed up.
Mr. X.
Who Mr. X'd his way right up to you. Was about to do something about it, but didn't.
Decided against.
Yeah, he turned heel and started walking away as if pulled away from the situation. And his job was to no longer hit you on the head really hard. He's gonna go get his mallet.
Yeah, I was expecting a bonk, and a bonk never came. What the heck?
You did an epic maneuver of running up to a firing line and survived. Like 28 scorching rays.
Yeah, it was a lot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like, how many magicians fired a scorching ray?
Oh, I mean, if you divide it by 3, 12, 15, 18, like 8, I want to say.
8? Okay. Damn.
Because Scorching Ray shoots 3 when you shoot it.
So 24 or some form of... Some double digits of rays of fire. Definitely 10 minutes. Yeah, let me try that over again.
Well said.
Definitely testing the limits of her tankiness here. Went from full health with temporary hit points to spare to, what is she at? 26?
Your fire resistance and like 26 AC at the time, or 21 AC at the time.
It was 26 because I shielded.
Yeah, definitely paid off a lot.
It allowed me to survive, but not much else.
Yeah.
Instead, I was immediately counterspelled and then held. So, youch.
There we are.
There we are.
And with that, you were thrown back with your friends, and with a lot of the magicians either dead or in a tree. You were heading back to the Babacan to figure something out. Just get out of here. the big unhappy face. Let's throw you to the Babacan as you all are marching home.
Yeah, we're rushing. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I say yeah, like I'm there.
Who said that?
Like Sticks is
Yeah, like
hustling.
this is your problem.
Yeah, we I guess we rushed back, and I still got expeditious retreat, so
You're walking slowly, but there's still like fire. Oh no, you're not using the fire one, are you?
no, I can dash as a bonus action, so temporary cunning action kind of.
You get back relatively fine. You do see Melody is here. I think they might have just teleported themselves back.
Oh.
They look antsy. They're kind of watching over their shoulder. They're like expecting something almost.
Oh no.
Wait.
I like beeline right for them, and I'm just like,
Power walk.
Melody, that was incredible. Are you okay? Is everything okay?
Yeah, they nod, looking glad that you're okay as well. Yeah, I'm good.
I put my trust in you. I had a feeling you had some trick up your sleeve, but holy shit.
Yeah, you guys look like you're in trouble.
They came prepared. Definitely a lot of spellcasters. We used up a lot of their magic, thankfully, but that big guy wasn't even affected by your spell.
It's weird.
Yeah, he's weird. And now we're in trouble. We're in trouble because they were not defeated, they were only stalled. So are you I know you said you didn't cast your magic on people, but like you did. You good? Like did that fuck with you at all, or
They shake their head. I'm fine. They've just told me to wait here.
Who?
they told you?
Oh, the Red Knight.
The Red Knight.
They want to talk.
Yeah. Oh, can we meet the Red Knight?
Are they here?
They shrug. They're not here right now, but they said they will be soon. You guys should rest. They look worried at your wounds and.
Where did you send them? Everybody.
They kind of like just give a vague gesture, just at the scenery. It's dead everywhere. There are a lot of them. I just threw them. I assume they're okay. They look tough.
Alright, well, I hope they take a while to find themselves again. We need some time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we need to unset on fire rocks. Like, how do you even get more burned?
I'm not fireproof. I'm just fire resistant. But also, that guy's smart. I didn't know that they were all just waiting for somebody to get close. I thought he was just getting them all in a line like, hey, just back off. Let Mr. What's his name do the thing. The guy with the hat, right?
They all had hats.
That guy's smart. That Grimes guy is a smart cookie. What's his name again? Was it Grimes?
Graves.
Graves. He's kind of grimy looking.
Yeah, he's a bit grimy. He'd fit in well
Grimy,
in this
greasy.
state. He might be from this state, you know.
Yeah, we definitely need to rest. I'm sure they're going to be regrouping and doing the same. We used up a lot of their magic at the very least, but we need a plan.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I haven't gotten a response from Adelaide yet, so I hope she's alright.
I wouldn't get my hopes up about that, buddy. I mean, she was also not trying to get in their way either, so I don't think she wants to have anything to do with this situation. She's probably glad to be far away from it.
I should tell her that everything's okay for now, maybe.
Maybe we should.
Please don't waste another spell on that. Please don't. Like, I know you want to tell her that we're okay, but if she really cares, she'll come down here. And right now, I think she's got probably bigger fish to fry. She might have her own issues she's dealing with. Just conserve your magic, because we're going to need every bit that we can get. should probably go talk to people.
Make sure everyone's all right.
Yeah, I'll do it very slowly. And then Ra, to try to continue getting the benefits of a short rest, is going to just leisurely get up, just slowly, relaxing, have a relaxing stroll over this way. Basically, what I'm saying is, I don't know how long it's going to take for them to get to us. I hope we have an hour. I would like to immediately start short resting in this hour, but I'm going to walk over and just have a little conversation with our favorite NPCs in this building. No shade to everybody else outside this building.
Ooh.
I don't know who this little guy
Who's
is.
this little man?
Yeah, this little man.
You look over and you see that the kids and Samuel are talking to like a little dude. Like they look like they're wearing like they're not wearing a lot of clothes. They're wearing like a loincloth around their waist, and they're like a couple feet tall, like 2 feet tall. But they are wide. They look like they have a lot of muscle for a very little dude. Like
it is killing me to not be able to see what is going on.
Someone sent like a screenshot or something.
Yeah, I got it.
This is like the most hunched gnome you might have ever seen. Like that's what you can assume.
Does he sound like this? Skibbity, skibbity, bibbity, bibbity.
You feel like he has to if he's that small and he's like. He's not really talking. They're standing there very stoically as the kids are talking to him.
It's a little man.
It's just a little guy. You're not sure what the hell he's doing here, who he is, or what his business is, but...
Oh, I forgot.
What do you do upon entering the room? You look half dead, so Beth kind of comes over and offers you a shoulder to lean on as she guides you to the desk.
By the way, I was trying to. I thought I had my my voice changer hooked up for my my impression of the little man, but it was supposed to sound like this.
Very, very close.
That's what I was intending to go for. Anyway, yeah, I come up. I'm like,
so we've been gone for 18 hours or so. We went to a pirate ship. Then we came in, passed right through. I don't think I talked to you. We had to go deal with some shit, as you know. The Knights of Valkyrie or whatever. Anyway, we're in trouble. Are any of you prepared to use any magic for defending the Bavicon?
Beth will not, and she doesn't like pat you on the shoulder and give you 9 health. And Lawrence and Harvey kind of stand up. Harvey more looking out the window, worried about like this attack on the Babbicon that's apparently happening. And Lawrence kind of approaches over.
I think we got a little bit of time, but we fought the Knights. It was a bit of a stalemate. They were winning. They had the momentum on us, and Melody pulled some rabbit out of their hat and scattered them to the winds. So they've been sort of teleported every which direction, I think. Something like that. That's what it sounds like they did. But we are tired, and we alone are not going to be able to defend this place should they decide they're going to press their advantage. So we need to know if you guys are able to do anything that might be able to help.
We aren't on your level or anything, Lawrence pipes up. But we can form some sort of a backline, maybe. Many of us see no magic.
Let's all come outside and get together with Brackus, Antoine, and some of the other tactical minds here and come up with a plan, because we're going to need one. Isaac, I don't know if you have any sort of, like,
No
martial
good
ability.
luck.
Yeah, just hide under a desk or something. Just try to not be a target. I think you'll be fine.
He gives you a thumbs up and a very concerned grin.
Alright, let's do this.
Rod's gonna walk out, just kind of rejoin everybody. I don't think she's noticed the little man yet.
Comet sort of walks up to Antoine and he says, how would you usually get rid of police?
He looks at you very concerned. Well, not having them on you in the first place is usually the go-to. What are they?
Well, I don't really
why are
think
they
that's-
here?
I don't think I'm supposed to talk about people when they're not here.
They come for your daughter, Chuck.
But essentially, they are not good to be. Adelaide might be in trouble with them.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Silas just points at Lex.
Yeah, they look... they crinkle in on themselves a little. Well, from what I'm hearing about this place, I don't exactly think they're operating under their regular jurisdiction. Doesn't seem like how they would normally act. Or they should.
They're interfering with, like, the public service we're performing.
Yeah. From what I hear, you're under employment by them, and they're hunting you.
Well, you have had experience with these kind of people, right?
We'll define these people. Police officers?
Yeah, the police. People that can do the kind of things that you do.
I could do.
Magic users and such.
Unless any of you are very good at countering magic. Not really. Unless you can return to me a lot of knowledge that I got rid of.
I could dispel magic after a rest.
I do remember finding something with memories in it, but I don't know if it's yours.
Yeah, the remember stone, whatever, the brain crystal.
Brain crystal.
What were they called? I think Ra actually succeeded on her check again.
Yeah,
with those. What
memory
was it
shard.
called?
You knew all about him for some reason.
Memory shard. Yeah. Let's. Yeah, I guess I'll let you guys talk about that. I want to kind of go over here, not because of the little man. I haven't noticed him yet. I want to go to Sarah.
Mhm.
And I like walk over, and then I see the little man, and Rod does like a double take, like.
Okay, cool. Hey,
It's even here the whole time?
Sarah.
Yeah.
I don't remember him. Sarah, right?
She nods, looking around, wondering why you're approaching her.
Yeah, I know we haven't really talked much. You're from the capital, aren't you? Yes?
She kind of looks back over her shoulder at the capital. Just, everyone is from the capital, usually. What do you mean?
Yeah, but I mean, like, weren't you like some noble woman star or something like that? You're like a noble-ess.
I lived up in the
I
upper
thought.
quarters, but not in the castle.
Okay, well, listen, kiddos, some shit's about to go down. I'm not gonna dress this up like it's gonna be a fun time, but my group and I, we don't really know a lot about the people in charge running the show. like the enforcers, the Knights of Valkyrie, whatever they're called. The Van Dykes. Yeah.
They not. Yeah, our neighbors.
Right, those are the neighbors. I'm sorry, we're talking about the state. Anyway. I'm a little confused. I was just wondering if you knew anything about anything you weren't supposed to know at your age. Like maybe you figured something out that your parents knew, or like your relatives knew that we could use to help defend us. Or just any sort of anything at this point, because we don't have any leads. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little panicked. I didn't want to tell you kids this. I'm a little freaked out. I usually have things under control. I feel like I don't have things under control right now.
She looks very concerned, reaching into her pockets and kind of turning them out. She has like absolutely nothing on her. I like went to school for a couple of years. I'm not like Harvey. I didn't learn magic.
Okay, Harvey's the guy. He's the one who's.
He's the one who like snooped around everywhere and listened to everything.
Oh, cool. All right, then here's something that I think the three of you could do, and your little friend. Who is this, by the way?
They all turned him. She looks very glad to be talking about this little dude. And the little dude kind of puts their hands on their hips, like they're kind of a bit very proud to be kind of acknowledged now. And she laughs. This is Hakan of the Brimstone Valley, apparently.
Hakan?
She nods,
Oh, nice
and then
to
the
meet you, Hakan.
little dude nods very affirmatively.
I'm guessing. Cool. I don't know if I've ever met one of your kind before. Welcome to DevCon. We're about to get our deck.
Roll a history, I suppose, with advantage.
History with advantage. Thank you. Let's see.
You could tell they're definitely not a gnome. And being this close, you can see that a lot of their, like, skin, it has, like, stone protrusions. They look like they might be a Genasi as well, but you're not sure what they're doing being this tall.
I guess I'll ask in
right?
Primordial. I get this sort of like weird sense from him, and then I'll say an Ignin with so to those who don't know, it's gonna sound kind of like fire crackling and like the popping of like a campfire and like a that sort of sound. I start speaking Primordial. I'm like,
Are you like me, but for the earth instead of fire?
In a very simple, in Primordial as well, but in like cracking earth and like rocks hitting each other sounds, they do acknowledge that. They're like, yes, I am of your kin.
Holy shit! That's so cool!
They
Are you
walk
like
up
a
very
warrior
slowly to
or a
like shake your
magical man?
hand. They offer their hand to shake.
fuck yeah! I shake it. I'm like giving him a very vigorous handshake as I'm just like,
Hakan, this is sweet. Are you like a warrior or something like that?
They return their hands onto their hips, giving a stoic pose. I would have been, if not for the prison.
Prison?
They nod.
What you mean?
It
What
is
does that mean by
customary
that?
for those from the Brimstone Valley to seek out a dragon to kill as a coming-of-age adventure. I hunted the wrong dragon.
And you were captured by said dragon in their lair or something?
They kind of walk past you and like look at the mountains off in the distance very stoically. I did not expect the dragon to be owned by one. It was the king's dragon. They turn to you dramatically.
the king of this place?
They nod, and very suddenly, as if a shrinking spell wears off, they immediately get a lot larger, almost nearing Comet's size. As the wideness of this lad finally makes sense.
Oh!
Ah.
They only
Returned
transformed the
to my
top.
original...
Hell yeah!
Only the y-axis.
I'll be
I was
honest,
just
I
gonna
didn't.
quickly hit
you know-
Comet's shoulder and just point.
Huh?
Yeah, the little man you saw before is now much larger.
He got bigger.
I'll be honest, I thought maybe your parents were rock gnomes or something. I wasn't gonna judge you for that, but it's a bit reassuring to know that you probably have a lot of muscle behind your heads.
No, the one who freed me shrunk me to escape.
Holy shit, this is recent. Okay. Hey, all right. Let's table this for just a second, kids. And Samuel, who
They look
who
very
is a-
shocked.
I need you to take these two and find someplace safe. I know our boy Isaac is hiding under a desk like a coward in there. If you all want to hang out with him, you can. Or maybe you can ask Heroth and Grey Cat if they'll put you up. Just find a safe place to hide. I'm going to take our new friend Hakan here and anyone else who's going to be kind of maybe doing any defense of the Babacon. Hakan, I'm not going to ask that of you, but maybe you might want to tell us what you know and that could help us out. And then you can bail if you want. You guys just get somewhere safe while we go do that. Sound good?
They give a nod, being concerned about someone attacking the Babacan, like others seem to have, and they go inside to Grey Cat's shop. Let's make sure you can see
Cool.
this dude's name. There you go.
Ralph, you want in on this strategy plan? Just to hear us out? To know what you're gonna do, or?
I got good ears.
Alright, cool.
And then I'm gonna try to walk with Akarn over to everybody else and introduce him. Everything that he said to me, essentially, so that we can all be like together, listening and having this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
God.
And I'll motion for this group as well to join us. Maybe we can get into like a big circle and sort of like figure some stuff out.
Okay, Antoine, so you know how eagles, they are... Oh, hi.
I do know eagles.
I'm familiar with Eagles too. Hey, we're about to have a big strategy meeting here. Come if you want to complete our circle for us.
Oh, why is everyone looking at me?
Sizzle needs to be in the circle too. Sizzle's a part of this. Brackus needs some space. Make some space for Brackus.
He's still crying. He's distraught.
He's crying again.
You don't
Alright,
know why he's
Brackus,
crying. You don't
just-
he's just crying.
All right, Brackus. I'm not going to shame you for sobbing. Just listen to what we're talking about, so you can be in on what the deal is.
They give a very cool, like, backwards thumbs up, you know, like a...
All right, I'm also gonna drag this head from the statue that crumbled over here, and I'm gonna sit on it, so I have a place to sit while we do this.
I can't move the head, but oh, hang on.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just to expedite things, I introduced Hakarn as another of my kin, but like an Earth person. And I'll let him do the rest of the talking to kind of give the full story of what happened to him.
As you introduce him and then stop, he looks a little bit taken off his feet that he has to finish his story, but he nods. I am Hakan of the Brimstone Valley. He gives like a greeting gesture, a very proud kind of thump on his chest. I might not look it, but I'm a dragon slayer from my tribe. I was sent here to slay a dragon and prove myself. That didn't quite work. I was imprisoned for many years. It sucked, but a wizard and her friend let me out. And said I should come here for safety before I leave. This place is weird.
Wait. A wizard? Was she like about this tall? Wore a lot of blue. Looked like she was really mad.
And looks like this guy's daughter.
He nods slowly. You know Adelaide?
That also works. Yes.
I did not know you
Yeah.
were acquainted.
Was she cool or was she shitty?
She let me go. She is my savior. I would die for her if that need be.
He'd probably let you.
Anyway. Antoine, you raised a good one. There's still a heart in her. I think she's just a little misled. Okay, alright, I'm feeling good about that.
Where was it that you had that she had rescued you from? How far away was that?
It was across 2 bridges. The little
I point
island
to the
out in
one-
the water. You know, he's
So,
probably referencing
not-
like the prison that's like out past the cultist space. How Adelaide got in there or got into a prison to rescue this guy, you're not sure, but
Did she say why it was that she was in the prison? Had she been captured?
he shakes his head. She don't seem under arrest, nor did her friend. They said I should disappear. And they made it seem like there was a battle.
Well, there was almost one here.
I had to hit one of them
I
with a
think-
bench.
Yeah, I think what Hakarn might be actually saying is that your sending spell got to Adelaide, and Adelaide at that moment sent this guy to us. Sounds like. Maybe I'm reading too into it, but
Well, Hakarn,
He nods.
you are welcome here. Unfortunately, we're trying to make this place not get attacked. Some people are after Adelaide, and they're willing to hurt others to get to her.
This is dire news. Does she know?
yes.
I let her know, but
She's doing her own thing right now. I'm just happy to know that she's last you saw her safe and with Grams. That's good. Okay. Let's get down to brass tacks because we don't have a lot of time, I don't think. Maybe an hour. Hopefully we have at least that long. As many of you are aware, some Van Dyke folks, state magicians, along with some fucking cops, were after Adelaide, but more specifically, our friend Lex here. Lex is a very special dude. The nature of his incorporeal form is very unusual and of interest to that government, I guess. I don't know why. I don't know the deal on that. That's really not important. They just want him, right? We're not going to give them Lex. Straight up. That's just not going to happen. We wouldn't give up any of you to these people. We're not going to give up Lex to these people. And there was an altercation, a fight, as many of you were aware, as Melody has made us aware. Immediately, they sent off a flare to call for backup. Thankfully, Melody, Virgil, Brachus, you all came to our rescue, and we're in your debt for that. Thank you for coming to help us out. Thank you, Melody, for getting us out of that situation. You bought us some time. Unfortunately, they are most likely going to regroup. And what we saw is they have a lot of spellcasters. They've got Detective Graves. He's a piece of shit, but he knows at least counter spells, so he can stop spells from happening as long as he can see you doing shit. I'm mad. I wasted my own magic, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. He's the guy calling the shots. He's with him is a Detective Wolf, who has a dog. He seems like a good guy, but they kind of have Graves has Wolf under his thumb. Essentially, they got dirt on him or whatever. His family's in trouble. He has to kind of cooperate. They can cast at least spells that can paralyze people in place. They did it to me. I hated it. It was awful. Terrible experience. Don't recommend. On top of that, they have a lot of these magicians. I would say somewhere around 12 people, at least, who are able to cast spells of, like, scorching rays and fire type spells. Some of them even have the big boom. Some of you are aware of that one, as Adelaide has cast that in the past. Some of you have seen it. The fireball.
I mean, you did that as well. I don't know, you did as well, Ra. You casted it.
I did cast. Thank you for noticing. Several of them actually can cast that. That's not good. We don't like that. Additionally, there's some big bruiser they brought with them that is weird. He's weird. First of all, Melody's magic didn't work on the guy. Secondly, he was very single-minded. He got an order to go for Lex, which was in Flotsam's position at the time, and he ignored everything. It was almost like he was a robot, but like a true robot, not cool like Flotsam. So that was very weird. And then after Melody did the thing where that scattered everybody, it stopped as if it was hearing some sort of orders and then turned around and just walked away. Didn't acknowledge us at all, didn't talk at all. Whatever the case, this thing seems to be a minion of Graves. Some sort of automaton person. I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't a person at all. Because he was wearing full duds and a hat and everything. It could be anything. It could be like a walking statue or something, just wearing all that. But in any case, that dude seems like really bad news and is apparently, from what I understand, meant to stop casters like myself and others. That's what we know we're up against right now, and we know that they're scattered around and they're regrouping as we speak. So what do we have to work with, and what do we know about these people and the way that they work that might be an advantage? Anybody who wants to talk, the floor is open.
Everyone looks to the person to their left and right.
Mm-hmm.
Hakard. Would you be willing to help us defend this place?
The odds seem against you. But I do owe them.
Great.
I might not be too useful without my armor or weapon, but...
Wait, I have an idea.
Okay.
Follow me.
You followed you.
Now we're just a weird smiley face.
What? Oh,
a weird smiley face.
I'll go up to Herolf.
Well.
Hello.
Yeah.
So, my friend here, Karn, he needs a weapon, and if I remember correctly, you're holding on to 2 weapons for us. Could we see them again?
Yeah. Yeah. He walks up behind the forge, drags up this huge axe and a huge mallet, I think. The Trogglord's hammer.
It's a big axe and a big mallet. Yeah.
There you go.
I like to think that he hands you the weapons, then all 3 of you start stroking your beards at the same time.
Yeah, big weapons. Yeah.
I'll hold both of them, and I'm just like, which one would you like?
He does kind of stroke his beard, and he examines them both. He kind of double grabs them and weighs them, kind of gets the feel for them. And he'll go for the axe. That's the most like his previous weapon, I suppose. Big old meat chopper.
Yeah. And then I'll... Sorry, could you hold on to this still for us? the hammer. Alright.
He drags it back around.
No. Oh, and I don't know where I would put it, I guess, but it's like, I have my old armor if that could fit you.
Yeah, you feel like you have very similar statures.
I could give him the armor I had before the armor, which would be like an 18.
Just the normal plate.
Yeah, I think it was normal. I think I might have upgraded once, but I can't remember, so I will just say it's normal.
Yeah. Let me set all that up. Yeah, he starts fitting it on, which will take him 10 minutes, so...
Okay.
He seems to have it under control if you want to return to the others.
We'll be right back.
He gives you a nod.
So can the people catch me up? What were we talking about?
We were waiting politely. Yeah. Well, here's... Alright. We're getting caught up to speed here and kitted up. That's great. Definitely use his help. I'd like to repay him and all this silver, but for now, one battle at a time. Okay. Who here has the ability to cast magic? Raise your hand.
Let me... Oh, these four raise their hand. Virgil raises his hand. Antoine kind of grimaces and raises his hand a little. Really the basics, but...
Alright. So,
And Lex
casters.
raises his hand.
Who here can only fight with magic?
Virgil lowers his hand and Melody lowers his hand.
So Beth
Alright.
Lawrence.
Yeah, the bottom three. Beth kind of
Okay.
gestures to like a knife on her belt, but kind of gives you like a cocked look like, don't expect a lot there.
Yeah, preferably. We don't want you to be using your knife, Beth. Okay. Now, I get the feeling, Virgil, your magic is primarily of the divine kind, like the healing magic and things like that, right?
He nods.
Okay. Anyone else here able to cast healing magic or support spells of that nature?
Alex just kind of looks at the ground.
Lawrence, Beth,
Silas.
and Harvey all keep their hands up.
Oh. Would you care to share what sort of spells you have in your repertoire that you might be able to use to help control this battlefield for us?
Lawrence looks in his book, stating that the best he has is holding people and summoning spectral weapons. But he can also
Those are
provide
both-
shields and cure wounds and blesses need be. Harvey says he can do similar, but a bit less. He hasn't had a lot of time to study. So he can bless cure wounds and sanctuary people. Beth can, I think, do similarly to Lawrence. No, she has some different stuff. But just similar, yeah, just utility stuff. Virgil says he has the ability to cast Aid on some people, increasing your max health. And to Lesser Restorate.
That actually might be very useful. As I recall, they have kind of what Lawrence was talking about, the ability to hold people in place. That's, I'm guessing, a specific spell that people are using. Lesser Restoration sounds like it might be able to free someone from that spell. Is that correct?
Let's check. It's paralyzed, so yeah.
That might be great. Do you have to touch the person to do it, or can you do it at a distance?
They not. I have to touch you.
Okay, all right.
But I am good on my feet. I can stick behind a lot of you.
I guess the main thing is we need to figure out who's going to be our front line and who's going to be our back line. It obviously seems like Harvey, Beth, Lawrence, and you, Antoine. I know you said you know the basics, but at least if you could do Firebolt, that's still something. You guys would be great backliners, supporters, just trying to make sure whoever's on the front line doesn't die. Melody, you, myself, as well as I would say, to a lesser extent, Comet and Flotsam, are a bit more mixed. We're able to be on the front lines. I prefer the front lines. However, we're maybe good midliners, people who can kind of stay in the middle and do a range of things. Be front line when we need to, be back line when we need to. I think people in the very, very front, Silas, along with our mercenary friends and anybody else who's willing to pick up the sword for this. If we don't have enough people, I'm willing to go front line. I don't have a ton of magic left. After resting, I can either get a lot of small spells back or I can get one big spell back. So it's sort of kind of up to what you all think is the most useful.
I mean, if you don't mind, Virgil, you could work up with me and just we can keep each other up and I'll keep you safe.
He gives a solemn nod.
We can work as a duo.
You look like you're about to fall apart.
I'll be fine. I look like that a lot.
It's not reassuring.
Flotsam, I think, maybe at this point would chime in with what Fel told us, that he'll do a song of rest as we're all, resting to help make sure that we're up and ready for the next encounter.
Yeah. During this chat, everyone feel free to roll up their short rest, so their hit dices, their arcane recoveries if you have them. I think Lex will be able to use yours, Adelaide, to basically go on his own stuff. Right. I will give Lex some HP.
Ooh.
Adelaide, roll me. You guys are level 7, right?
Yes.
Yeah, roll me 7d6.
Also, Cheeky, maybe you should roll the D. Oh no, never mind. That's Shane already rolled it for Flotsam.
The one.
I did for at least. I don't know. I wouldn't say that's for everybody because I think everybody rolls their own.
Is there a command to roll multiple dice?
If you
is it like exclamation point P?
If you do /R 7d6. That without the dot.
Yes. Back up the full.
Nice.
I'm just shy with all my hit dice. I have a big pool to fill.
All right.
22.
And Fel said that Flotsam can also give us inspiring leader again.
Yeah. So that's 6 people, right?
I think so.
Is that just a refresher for me because I'm forgetting? Does that include our Constitution score?
The Song of Rest? I don't think so.
The hit die that you roll.
Any hit dice you roll, yeah.
Okay.
And I think is Song of Rest upgraded at this point? Let me have a look. Not one character sheet.
Ooh, I'm getting really good rolls here.
Mm-hmm.
Progress.
I feel as
Ninth
though I
Level
should.
9. Level 9 bard got aim.
Right. And then Flotsam's also getting their 2 pack magic slots back.
Mhm.
Their inspiration's coming back.
Exactly what I needed.
Pretty cool. That's good.
Mhm.
Giggle
Such a
about it.
common thing to say, as deep.
Oh,
Just
wow.
what I needed. Oh, I got my second win back too.
So with Inspiring Leader, we get how many temp hit die?
11?
11.
11 temporary HP.
Guys, I know we're getting ready for something to happen, but should we just leave Adelaide alone?
Right now, I don't think we're in a position to go after Adelaide and leave the Babacon vulnerable. We already have made our decision that we were going to defend this place against those people. We're just gonna have to trust her. We gotta trust her and Gran that they're gonna stay safe until we can find them.
I rolled all of Flotsam's hit dice for you, Flotsam. You heard up.
I also want to apologize for scaring anybody in that last skirmish who was with me when I charged up to Graves. I put my faith in Melody and the rest of you that I wouldn't die. I'm glad I did. It was still a stupid decision, I understand that. And I think this is one of those situations where we're going to also have to put our faith in Adelaide. That she can also use her bag of tricks and take care of herself. And hopefully, when we see her again, she'll be healthy, if not happy.
Hopefully she's smugly sitting on a throne waiting for us.
Is the king.
That, I don't mind.
The dragons attack you.
She sends the dragon.
Melody, we all kind of have sort of an idea of what we're able to do. You're kind of a big question mark because you have a lot of potential to do a lot of different things, but this Red Knight has sort of warned you not to be casting magic against other people. It seems like there's something we don't know. I don't want to put you in another position like I just did, where you had to kind of come to our rescue here before at least that Red Knight comes by and figure out what's going on with that. If you're willing to not cast any magic and just fight and be a frontliner, that might be a better solution here. Whatever you're willing to do, though.
They nod. Kind of grimly still looking around as if they're expecting something.
It
You said
seems
the
like
night was coming, right?
They nod.
you can sense them, can't you?
They said they were coming. I don't know when. I don't know what they're gonna say.
Have they hurt you at all?
Okay.
Oh, they shake their head. Absolutely not.
It isn't. Yeah, it didn't seem like to you that they were an enemy. It was more like a friendly warning, like, "Hey, you probably shouldn't be doing this thing that I'm sorry we just sort of made you do." Are they? Does it feel as though they're gonna reprimand you? Like, "Hey, no, don't do that anymore," or what do you think?
It sounded serious.
Do they just
Are you-
appear? Or, like, do they walk up to you?
Well, last time they just walked up.
Okay. Don't know if you'd learned how to do, like, your, like, suddenly appearing thing from them.
Oh my goodness! I think I just. Sorry, am I allowed to talk about, your
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Here's something that we found out. So I think most people believe gods are real. We've had some pretty close experiences with gods, and one of them claims to be a god of the sun. And Silas can attest to this, has possessed people, like knights and things, to fight on his behalf, or for his cause. Because it's for the greater good or some bullshit. We don't really necessarily believe that, but whatever.
No, he's a huge
His
dick.
thing is yeah, huge dick. But powerful enough to do that. It's possible that Red Knight is your sister, but really it's the god, the sun god, talking through her. And Melody, maybe what's going on is you can cast magic, like using whatever. I mean, you're just doing it. Like, you just see it and you just do it. It's possible you're calling on, like, a divine magic and kind of taking it away from this, like, god. And this god's kind of, like, maybe a little bit upset because it's like, well, that's my magic. I didn't give that to you. Maybe that's what's going on, do you think?
They kind of shrug, still looking off. They didn't seem weak.
I don't think that's it, Raw.
Maybe. I don't know. It's a harebrained idea. Sorry, if I said anything.
The person we talked to didn't seem like they were looking for power. They kind of thought they were trying to do something else. Whoever it is that's talking to Melody, we need to talk to them. But I have no idea when these magic people are gonna come at us. Can you sense where you put them, Melody? Do you know at all where they would be?
They kind of like rub their arm a bit nervously. I could, but that might make him angrier.
I just remembered something. Sizzle's not with me. I had Sizzle follow Mr. X. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
And I remember getting a pretty decent stealth roll.
Yeah. You used like your inspiration to get it, didn't you?
I did. I got an 18. Yeah. All right. So Sizzle is off somewhere else here, following Mr. X with an 18.
Roll me a perception with them then. See if they can catch what's happening.
All right. I believe, what was it, a +3 with advantage for like owl stats, if I recall? Okay. Let me just control. See. Boop. Well, I mean, yeah. Hard to get better than a 22 for them.
Yeah. You kind of check in every now and again. Or they kind of like ring as if to ping you and tell you something's going on. Some familiar stuff happens. And you can see that they aren't necessarily mobilizing. They have like regrouped and they're like pretty far back. They're like all the way back at the hamlet at this point. And it doesn't look like they're preparing for another battle. They're kind of tending to whoever's wounded. You do hear Graves talk about recovering. You're not sure in what sense. Maybe recovering the dead that you left in the field, or physically recovering. But yeah, after an hour, it doesn't seem like they're anywhere near the Barbican or prepping to attack it.
Alright. Well, I have my familiar out spying on them. They haven't spotted Sizzle yet. She's doing great. So, they are not preparing to mobilize right now. They are recovering. And I believe, I even heard, I think, Graves say the word recovering. Though that could be to recover the item in question for our friend Lex, in this case. So we should still be on guard. I think what they might end up doing is doing something a bit more sneaky. They might try to stealthily retrieve Lex, in which case we don't necessarily have to be on high alert for an assault, but we should still be very, very observant, because we do not I mean, how would any of you feel if someone you really cared about was snatched away to God knows where by some government dogs, right?
Right. We'll do our best to make sure Lex is not going to be taken by those people, but they're sitting still. I do think we need to go look for Adelaide again. I think as long as Lex isn't here, we should be able to go. And Melody,
Mm-hmm.
if anybody else knows how to contact us, any sign of trouble, you can get to us, and we can try to come back.
All right.
Melody, I hate that we have to depend on you so much, and I know that there's someone who seems to care a great deal about you casting spells and using magic. It seems like they are... I don't get the sense that they're an enemy. It seems like they're trying to make sure that you don't hurt yourself or others, maybe. But... not that that's necessarily, I think, a problem. That's what they think, at the very least, is what it feels like. Maybe you'll have to come with us.
I mean, if we're talking about the same person that knows you all, I don't know. What are you gonna say to them?
I know it.
Well, you mentioned some. What you were talking about seems very similar to the person I meant.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, we've had interactions with that person before, I know, and I kind of just look over at Silas. We might be interested in seeing them again, I think.
I would, if it is her.
Yeah. And if not, I think, Melody, at the end of the day, we sort of rescued you not knowing anything about you, and I think we feel a sense of responsibility for your well-being. I think we feel a bit, at least I do, I feel a bit guilty because I freed you from where you were, but I still don't know necessarily what's, quote-unquote, best for you. I would say just kind of live your life free, but also I think there's a lot of questions about your origins and stuff that, I kind of look at Flotsam. That can be a very big question mark that you might want answered, and maybe this person knows about that. And I don't want to deprive you of that information, But at the same time, if they are an enemy, I don't necessarily want you to be kind of on your own. Hopefully you would consider us allies and friends who would protect you if someone were to try and, I don't know, hurt you or abduct you or whatever.
I wouldn't want you guys to get hurt about it.
I mean, that's literally, we all feel the same here. Like, I don't want you to be hurt, you don't want me to be hurt, but at the end of the day, we kind of have to just trust that sometimes we're going to get hurt for each other's sake, and that's just what friends are for.
I look very, unpleased with that sentiment that friends get hurt for friends. Even Lex and Melody pull like the same expression.
But look, let me be clear. I get hurt making breakfast. I hurt myself every day, and I've toughened up as a result. Nothing makes me happier than putting myself on the line to help those I care about. It's not that I want to necessarily be hurt. I'm not a masochist. It's if I take a scorching ray so that you guys don't, that's a win for me. because it means that that's something you didn't have to deal with. And you, Melody, have already helped me. I don't want you to think or believe that this is your burden to bear, because I believe, and I'm sorry to bring her up, but I believe that's what Adelaide feels. I believe she feels like what she's doing is her burden to bear. And that's just not the case. We can't afford to be lone wolves here. It's not going to work in the long run. And it just makes us all vulnerable. Divide and we fall, that whole adage.
Everyone roll me a perception.
Oh.
And Melody kind of rubs her arm as they kind of look over at you with a bit more of a smile. I also don't want you to get me in trouble.
Ooh.
Damn.
I get a +2. I rolled another 19 on that.
Melody, any spell you cast recently, I think was to help us. If you start getting in trouble, we'll be the ones talking. Those are our mistakes, not yours.
Specifically, I'll take the responsibility. I asked you to cast a spell on me, actually, and then I asked you to cast, or I kind of forced your hand to cast another spell when we were in trouble, so your Red Knight can have that with me if that's the case. It's not on you.
Also, this Red Knight might not be a good person, so you might not want to listen to them. Anyway.
Maybe. That's a possibility, for sure.
If it's who I'm thinking it is, you should not listen to them, ever.
They look a little bit worried about that, but with your perceptions, maybe not with a 14, but you might see out of the corner of your eyes. It is behind Comet and Silas, so out the front of the Babacan, you see what looks like something kind of like a shooting star, kind of just zipping downwards. Like something falls from the sky very quickly. It's like a very sudden flash of something, kind of just.
Okay. How far away, trajectory-wise, did it look like that looked?
Not too far out from the front.
Wait, is it nighttime?
No.
So bright streak of light visible in the daytime streaks down super fast close by. Do we hear an impact like a?
No. It almost looked like a sunbeam, like a radiant moonbeam. That kind of like. Zoop.
Wait. So here or here?
Left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Kind of back out towards the crossroads, but maybe a little closer.
Can I warg into Sizzle just in case it was something that Graves and their party was doing?
Yeah, you walk over and it doesn't seem like anyone around Sizzle kind of mentions it. Like you look out to like the scouts at the front, and one of them seems to be like pointing at something, and some other guy just kind of like waving him off as if it was nothing.
And they're facing our direction, so this is literally in the crossroads between, like...
Much closer to you, because they're, like, all the way back at the hamlet.
Oh, shit.
And you're not sure if they really believe what they saw.
Melody! I think that might be our guy.
Melody looks around as if they have no idea what you're talking about.
That doesn't feel...
Maybe you missed it. Well, I mean, if it's the sun god guy, right? That was like a sunbeam or something that came down. It could be them like summoning an avatar of themselves to come talk to us.
I got a different feeling. But
know.
Antoine,
you know what?
Beth,
I should defer to you. You know more about this than me. Sorry.
They all kind of stand at attention. Like,
yeah, Antoine, Beth, do you guys know how to contact other people?
In what way?
When they're not here.
Not really. We don't have sending, if that's what you're implying.
Oh, wow. Okay.
No, that's
You
wrong.
ever been gone?
Huh?
Do you guys have a big gong, like a boom, or like a city alarm bell, ding, ding,
Wait.
ding, ding, anything like that?
Antoine, do you have like a penny with you?
He like checks his
Like a-
pockets. Like,
No, like, do you have a bird that you can
Oh.
summon? Or,
oh,
like,
You mean a
Right.
copper piece?
no, I mean like a penny, like an owl.
I haven't tried to summon one in a while. I don't have the money for it.
Oh,
Hmm.
Lawrence kind of steps forward and he summons out like a small blue bird.
Hmm.
I got this
Okay.
guy. That would, yeah. Is that what you need?
I just need a way that we can tell each other if we're in trouble. You
Uh-huh.
guys get in trouble. Send that. What's their name?
Blue.
Very original.
Good job.
I
Lawrence.
never. They're familiar. I don't.
You should name your familiars. Well, send
Hello.
Blue over if you guys are in trouble. We need to go check that out.
Oh god, alright.
Hakarn, stay here with them in case they need you.
He nods, inspecting his huge axe.
Alright, we should probably go. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's Blue.
Yeah, he's got Twitter.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Let's
Melody kind of looks at you as if not sure if he's invited to this let's going, but they seem
You can come with Melody, come on.
Yeah,
going
yeah.
with.
In that case, Karn, since we're not fighting who we thought we were fighting right away, I'm kind of gonna leave it up to you. Would you like to accompany us on this weird outing, or would you like to kind of stay here and if shit goes down, if a dragon shows up, hey, two birds, one stone sort of situation? Like,
I mean, I kind of already told him to stay here, but
you did? You did?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Sorry, I missed it.
I stay,
I got robbed
you
by the
go.
scruff of her neck. Let's go, Raw.
That was a good stream.
Yeah, so it's, no, I just got to copy Melody, I assume, because everyone else will be there.
Everybody walks away and they're like, "Man, that rock can sure talk."
As I walk up, like, "Don't worry, Brockers, we're still alive. Let's go." Everyone knows we're going. You're staying.
Does he?
He gives you a stern thumbs up, as if he's very proud of you.
No.
Oop. Let's drag you back to the crossroads. Back you go.
Here we go.
Get rid of this flame. It's no longer there. Why can't I grab it? There you go.
The corpse is still there.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they've had time to get here and
Okay.
grab them if that was their goal. But you do see standing over the corpses, as if they were on their way over and saw them, I guess. You see, it's definitely not your sister, Silas, but it looks like someone wearing the same armor. It looks definitely like someone of the same regiment. But it's just your sister's not working this place anymore, I suppose.
It's not her shift.
Yeah. There's a large knight, fully clad in red armor. They got a rather large sword holstered at their side, sheathed. It's not gat.
All right, yeah. So we were kind of on the money with that one.
It's not her, but it's definitely him.
Yeah, that makes sense. Hey, Sun God, what's up?
They look up, all their armor kind of jostling into place as they step over the the dead man. And they walk up fairly close, kind of just staring at you.
I think it's slightly in front
Yeah.
of Melody.
So, our friend here told us that you sort of asked them or gave them directions to not use magic on anybody, and they recently, unfortunately, were sort of we'll say coerced into doing that. That's my fault. I apologize. I figure you have a good reason for asking Melody not to do that. We were wondering if you could enlighten us. I get it, son, enlighten. As to why.
They're kind of just staring at. There's like no sense of like human in this at all, and in this like kind of two-tone voice, as if like the thing is talking, and
I
like
get the feeling I'm talking through a walkie-talkie that can walk around, literally walkie and talkie. You know what I mean?
And they like jostle in place as they speak. Apology accepted. And they kind of gesture their free hand out. The other one's got this huge, like, sun-embossed shield over at Melody.
Melody, don't go near him. I think he wants to take over your body.
Why would he?
He's looking for a perfect warrior. And you're a great magician, so don't go near him.
Magnificent sun god! Solaris!
Close
That's
enough.
his own name. Why many names? Why? Are you interested in Melody?
The Grand Spirits wish to speak to them.
Oh?
I think he kind of gestures to himself, the Grand Spirits.
The moon goddess and all them.
He nods.
Oh.
To Melody.
They turn towards you and nod.
Can we sit in on that conversation?
No.
We'll be quiet. I promise.
They kind of
We
like
won't
sigh,
sit in.
kind of deflating a little, and they turn around and like bring their hand up as if talking to like people. They turn around again after a bit. It is not possible.
Okay. However, I understand maybe it is not possible. The Great Spirits, from what we understand, have the same goal as us, I believe, right? Which is the destruction of the abomination in the sky. Is that not correct?
Not as absolute as that, but to protect the Earth.
Right. So in a general sense, it's kind of the same because that thing does not have the Earth's best interests in mind. Would you agree with that?
We are waiting to see if it hatches. Once it
Or
hatches,
sitting
we will
waiters.
deal with it.
We're trying to deal with it now.
All right.
We understand
Yeah.
that.
What if we could just avoid the hatching and just keep the status quo? I know gods love keeping the status quo.
What is happening here is brought upon by humans, by humanity. We cannot intervene with that. We cannot deny what is potentially the future. That is for you.
You kinda... Okay, but aren't you doing that now? You're like taking possession over some guy right in front of
Hey,
us. to
You
talk
do
with
that a
us.
lot. You ruin a lot of lives. Like, I lost
This
10
is
fucking
intervention,
years
would
underneath
not
you.
agree?
10 years is small compared to...
It's a lot to me.
Potato! The fact is you are using vessels, we'll say, if we're going to borrow your language, to interact with our world. So you do have a sort of power, right?
Correct.
Okay. And I'm sorry, anybody else, I'm sorry if I'm talking over the rest of you. I'm just trying to get a clear bead on what your motivations are to better figure out what we're going to do, because we are also active agents here, affecting things within the blue light of the egg. Melody here is very special. I'm sure you're very aware of that. What is your intentions with Melody? I know you want to speak with them, but do you intend to use Melody?
They shake their head. I'm not permitted to use this one.
I somehow feel like they don't lie. I feel like they'll just not answer a question if they don't want to. So I feel like that's honest. Maybe I should roll an insight.
What was that?
Yeah. Ra starts looking at like the screen, breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah, you're not too sure. Your plight here is
for sure.
a serious one. And I would like to intervene. If it was up to me and solely me, I would crack that egg and destroy it now. But you understand that the future that can potentially be created by what is attempting to happen here could be beneficial to the world.
Wait a second. Are you saying that the human Quinn, the king who started this whole thing, like this plan actually has merit, like it could work?
Potentially. That is why we cannot act.
However, right. But because it's Quinn trying to pull the strings here, there's no guarantee if the future would actually be better.
It will be different, but there will be lives not in this one and that one, and we cannot deny those. Melody, as you call them, is an outlier. They are created from that thing. They are not part of the equation necessarily. They would do what we do without any... What's the word?
Oversight?
Yeah, for communing with the other grand spirits for permission. This is like a god walking among men.
Oh, Melody's like one of you guys.
Out of this world, correct.
I see. Is Comet one of you guys?
Technically, but on the request of his sister, he is allowed.
What?
You have lived your whole life here. And you are not on that level. He gestures to Melody. We will return Melody if that is their wish.
What if it's ours?
They seem unsure.
You've taken a lot of people's lives. And I don't mean the way other people do here. Silas has been victim of that in more ways than one. You are meddling with people's lives, even if you believe yourself above that. Melody has been living their whole lives here, just like I have. They're also a product of the people that come from here, much like all of us. I don't know if you can argue their life is outside. They're part of this world. They've made the connections that we've made. They have their own opinions about all this as well, I'm sure. if they need to talk, then I think we need to leave it up to them. But I've had a conversation with Saloon. Could I talk to her before that?
Before we take Melody? Or
Yes.
request their presence?
Are you going to change the name of the night to Moon Knight to reflect that Saloon's talking through them?
Yeah, shift blue.
Just put a huge
Blue
shift on
tip.
it. Yeah. What do you
This
want?
is my child. Like, oh wow, hey.
Not a big fan of how they keep saying "take Melody."
Also,
It is
before we get
simply
into that,
the
shit, I
most
just have a
direct
question.
answer.
Look, I'm not a fan of this, but also I didn't know I was walking around with fucking gods, so that's cool. But before we get to that, if you are gods, can't you just like give Silas like 10 years of life back, like restore his youth or something? Just so he can have his life, because I thought you respect all life, right? And you're denying the lives of a potential sort of, alternative world or timeline. Then why not just snap your fingers, restore Silas 10 years? Looking out for you, buddy.
Thanks.
They seem to jostle back into place as if they weren't listening and were somewhere else. I feel like someone just
you
asked
agree?
a question.
So you agree with us? Good.
Sorry.
Huh?
We'll be back.
Sorry,
No, wait a minute.
I forgot to wait my turn. I'm very rude. I am a pirate. I was wondering, since especially Mr. Sun God, you use people as your sort of vessels to kind of maintain the balance, protect the world, whatever your reasons are, but you also rob them of their lifetime, which is kind of what you said you all are against, like denying the lives of that alternate timeline. You're kind of doing that with people in this timeline by possessing them. I mean, would it be so hard for your almighty powers to just restore the amount of youth that you've sort of taken from these vessels and return them to a point that they were when you possessed them the first time? Like Silas here, for example, who served you for 10 faithful years.
Unwilling.
You're willing to do it.
More primitive times call for more primitive answers. I could see if the others would let me.
As a consolation, if we're not able to keep Melody here in this world with us as maybe an impartial observer, if that's what it takes.
Them staying with you or with us is up to them. We merely want to educate them. Not just me, the others as well.
Oh, okay, cool.
Not everyone
I'm done.
agrees with
That's
what
it.
I do
Okay.
with my actions. But 10 years of one life to save thousands of other hours and years of others' lives, I feel is worth it. He turns back towards Melody and holds out their hand again. Melody kind of creeps from behind you, Silas, kind of pushing you back a little. I mean, if it's just to talk, I can come back.
I
Promise?
feel like they're gonna mind link with you, and you're gonna learn about their realm and your origins, and you're gonna it's gonna be like a world of knowledge. So be prepared for whatever that is.
I've dealt with this much.
Just remember, after all this, we're your friends. We care about you, and we respect your decision, whatever it might be.
They nod. Happy to have their own say in it.
Yeah, we're not gonna. I mean, how are we? What are we gonna do? Stop two gods from talking to each other, right? There's that, and also, like, I don't really feel like that's a bad thing for him to learn about where they come from.
Yeah, Melody kind of reaches up and takes the hand, and the knight turns back towards you, Comet. When would you like to talk to her?
Night.
He nods. And with a very
Melody.
similar radiance, they start to sizzle a little, but they stop because you're going to say something to Melody?
I just say to Melody, don't let them tell you who you are. You know who you are. You found it. Keep that in mind.
They give a hopeful nod. I'll see you around, Comet.
I hope so.
And they zoop into the sky.
Phew. Oh.
Well, damn.
Fucking hate that guy.
I come over to Comet. I give you a playful punch on the shoulder.
Like, I didn't know you were a god.
I didn't know he could talk to his sister.
It's cool to know that she's all right, right?
I mean, I always kind of knew she was okay. I just thought it would be
Different. Who knows? We might be able to see her tonight.
Also, I'm sure you had a lot of things going through your mind, Silas, and I may have talked over you. I wanted to go up to bat for you because I feel like it's wrong that you lost 10 years. I feel like you should have at least your youth restored. I feel like that's a little thing that a god could do. Necromancers and shit could do that. I feel like, aren't druids like thousands of years old? Like, it's not, I feel like it's
fine,
not
Roth.
outside the realm of their power.
Those 10
He's a
years
dick, you're
meant
right.
something. And I've been using that. That's how I'm able to do what I do. It's 10 years of built up anger.
Fair. Lex, you're right. You kind of witnessed this whole thing. That's probably kind of new for you.
I just like things not being about me for a second.
Feel that? Yeah. Totally.
You know what I'm in the mood for?
Melody will be okay, but I just hope that they keep their wits about them and don't become like that sun god guy that ends justify the means and all that crap.
Yeah. That's
What are you
kinda
in the mood
their
for,
heads.
Silas?
Let's go hunting, Comet.
Yeah.
We need to stop thinking about all the end of the world shit and handling gods. I just
And
want to have
Raw.
a nice meal tonight.
What's up?
I'm not a god. I think we've seen that. I've played plenty of mistakes.
Well, I feel like God is a very loose term. But what I will say is, regardless of whether or not you're a god or a person, you're comet. That's what matters to me. Yeah, I'm hungry too. Go hunt. Just don't go too far. Make sure you're close by in case shit goes down. Try to send some sort of signal out if things go badly.
You could send him a tweet.
Yeah.
We'll update Twitter, which is what I call the sky with a flare, or tweet, as I like to call it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'll add a lot of hashtags. That's what I like to call that sparkly stuff that comes after that goes.
Also, I don't think he meant.
All right, get out of here, Rog.
Rog, go home.
I feel this is a good idea. Y'all are just sort of shaking your heads, but anyway, all right.
Go to sleep, Rog.
I don't think he meant Comet as like a god. I think he just meant like because he fell from the sky.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Me and Lex will wax philosophical about what it means to be a god as we walk back.
So you split a three-way split, Adelaide somewhere.
Yeah,
and Watson heading back to the.
I could say I'm not really happy about it, but I also know that I trust Silas with Comet most of all. I know that will have each other's backs no matter what. So.
Been a frustrating week.
Yeah. I was confused from moment one. And as soon as I thought I had a grasp on everything changes again.
God, yeah, it's so... We deal with a lot of shit. We've been here for like, what? Like, a month? Not even?
I usually just count how many times the sun goes down. It's been a lot. More than this.
Alright.
So
maybe we can... You go.
What's gonna happen if you don't get those 10 years back?
I'm not sure. I mean, I did get those years back, but they aren't mine. Last time I talked to Moon Lady, I don't even want to say her name. She gave those. Let me see what happened during those years, and that was traumatic. Lots and lots of violence. They happened, and I mean, I'm physically stronger because of it. I was kind of a scrawny kid before. Now I'm 38 or something like that. I'm like an older guy, which is weird. But as for what I'm gonna do with that, I mean, this whole thing that we've been doing ever since I learned what happened has kind of been therapeutic. Working out aggression. Maybe not in the most healthy manner, but it works. And when this is over, depending on when we make it to the end and we're allowed to go leave this place and do whatever we want, I'll just be happy to go wherever you want to go.
I want that. But I'm scared.
What of?
I've been looking forward to dying for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see Jem again. But now I want to be here longer with you, with my friends, with everybody. But I don't know what that means for me and Jem. I'm afraid that she might think I don't love her as much as I used to.
Comment. You try to talk to her almost every night. I know she knows that you love her. Like, I may not be able to talk to my sisters, but I always think of them. I'm worried about where my father and Penny are, or if Abby's okay being controlled by a god. I know my oldest sister's definitely okay. She's much better at. If she was in here instead of me, this situation would have been solved days ago. She is a fucking force of nature. But anyway, I'm happy that you're happy to live here, but I'm sad that you're feeling that you're losing your connection with your sister.
And I don't want you feel that either. I don't know how, but we're going to get your sister back. Those gods, I'm glad I'm not one of them.
Me too. That would have been a really interesting pin in the middle of us, huh? I always knew you're some weird guy from the stars, but you're definitely not a god. You're too nice to be one.
We have people we need to help.
Yeah.
Let's go get some food.
Hopefully we can get like a deer or something if there's any left out here, if it's not just all demons and zombies.
I know some plants we could eat.
They will scream.
Yeah. Did me and Silas walk off?
Yeah, roll a survival to see if you can find anything living or planting.
Get correct sheet.
Oh, terrible.
Normal survival.
I'm too frustrated.
Survival.
Jesus, Comet. Okay.
You're also high. There is nothing.
Okay.
This place, like after all the months of all this happening, nothing lives here. Like animals aren't even getting up anymore. They're dead, and there's just husks left. A lot of the plant life is just either dead or thriving because it's a very evil plant. Like there's just ivy everywhere. There's like
you're mean.
Let's say, come close, I'll get you.
Oh man, glad I'm not collecting you.
Yeah.
Maybe corn. Get a bunch of corn.
There is no the fields are just desolate. You do
There's
remember it
nothing
was
left out
way better on the other side of the mountain, but this side, especially now, nothing.
I think we should head back before we get lost too.
Yeah. Kind of sucks. I was hoping to have something nice for dinner, or I guess we could just scrounge something back up.
I'm sure there's some leftovers somewhere.
Can make another gray stuff stew with salt and pepper.
Finally.
Is that a McDonald's?
It's a Taco Bell and Pizza Hut. They finally got it. They got the combo.
Yeah. You take the Taco Bell taco, put it in the middle of the pizza, and roll the pizza into a big burrito.
Yum.
And then perish immediately.
I'd take a bite. I'd go for it. Probably
Yeah.
wouldn't, I'd enjoy it, but I wouldn't say I would.
I'd lie.
I'd lie.
Everyone would love that sandwich. No one would admit to loving the sandwich.
Feels like it'd just be a lot of crust on the first bite, though.
Anyway.
Yeah. Back at the Barbican, Ra and Flotsam showing up. The others seem expectant of news.
Silas, get over here. We're not in this scene.
Yeah, go to the left, get out of here.
We're not in this episode.
He's back.
They're walking. Hang on, let me. There you go. No, they're not there.
Someone shows up with a sack and pulls it over their head, pulls them out of the scene. Yeah, I guess Rob will come back and just like check in with everyone. Like, I should also at some point like check in with Sizzle just to see if Sizzle's seeing any movement, mobilization from their camp. But it seems like they're camping out at the chapel tonight, right?
Not even at the chapel, all the way back at the first town you guys were at. Like, far back.
Oh,
They
dang,
retreated
okay.
big style.
Are they, does it seem like they're making their way out and they're gonna come with even more reinforcements? Does it seem like that's the
You're not
play,
sure.
or-
You don't think they would leave to get more? But they could be waiting for more to arrive.
Okay. I'll let Flotsam, Lex especially, kind of know, as well as once I'll just say it here in case I forget to role play it out. Like Silas and Comet, I'll let know that it seems like they're going to be waiting for more people, so we do have a window where we can maybe look for Adelaide tomorrow. Yeah, guess I'll talk to Harkon or Hakarn.
Hakarn. He stands at attention.
So I'm really interested to know more about your people. Are all of you, like us? Or are you were you born amongst a different race and you just kind of look like you're someone who looks different, or?
He shakes his head. There are no others in the Brimstone Valley than us. Gnolls, maybe, but they do not live with the civilized of us.
But I mean, I've heard the word for us called Genasi. I never really called myself that because I never met another one. Would you say that everyone in your tribe or your people are Genasi, or are you sort of an outlier?
No, we are all Genasi, and other than some rare altercations of bloodlines, we are mostly stone.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Huh. So it's not a curse?
He raise an eyebrow. It is a gift. He kind of like knocks on his chest. My skin is stone armor.
I mean, I've always sort of thought of it that way too, but I've been told differently.
When you look like you're on fire and look like you're made of rock, it confuses.
It does. People keep saying that my hair is fire, but it's just hair, and it just kind of has this pleasant glow and flow to it. It's just, I don't ever have to use conditioner. It's great.
Exactly. You never need a torch.
Yeah. I mean, just produce flame. It's super cool.
I've never
I don't know, I
stubbed
always
my
felt-
toe in my life. I hear it is annoying.
No. Rocks stub themselves on you, I think.
Exactly. We get in stubbing formation when we go to war. The enemy stubs their toes on us.
I like you, Ekbarn. So your people fight dragons just as a rite of passage? Like, that's just what you do?
He nods. Though with the decline of dragons, it's getting harder. We might need to change.
I will say, like, that seems like a pretty tall order. How old do your people generally have to be before they go out on this journey? Because you look like you're well into adulthood. Are you like a teenager and you just have a beard already, or what?
He shakes his head. I left long ago for my journey, but I've been in prison for much longer.
Oh shit. Okay. Damn. All right. Oh, I'm
Killing
sorry
the
to hear that.
dragon
That's
is
awful.
not the point. The point is to see the world.
Oh, I see. That makes more sense, personally. Still dangerous, but not specifically dangerous like a fighting a dragon would be.
I've seen people come back with dead lizards and claim they've slain the dragon.
Do you have to do it by yourself, or are you allowed to get help as long as you're part of the process?
As long as you have proof.
That's good. I feel like it should be a team effort. I've kind of lived most of my life out at sea. There's not a lot of dragons at sea. There were places we didn't go because our captain said that was territory of like a bronze dragon or something like that. Like, we don't go over there. But like, never seen any dragons. You know, so like, I just figured that, all right, well, probably like sea monsters and other stuff too we're trying to avoid. But you just pick fights with like, what was it, a red dragon, I'm guessing? That's the fire one, right?
Yeah, he shakes his head and kind of looks up towards the castle. I didn't get much too close to it.
So, is it not in the mountains, but it's actually in the castle?
It was, from what I found out, the king's pet. I don't think he would keep it in the mountains. I thought it was just in their dungeon and took over their wealth, but not so much. You think you're doing someone a favor, then you're in prison.
Yeah, question for you. So, have you seen the dragon?
Glimpses.
Have you seen an owl and the dragon in the same room together?
An owl and a dragon. It was many, many years ago. I do not think I would recall.
Okay. I don't blame you for that. I was hoping for, no, I've seen an owl and I've seen a dragon, but never at the same time. So we met the king, actually, very recently.
He's still alive?
Yeah, and he looks young. I think he's utilized a bit of dark magic or whatever. He's responsible for that big fucking thing in the sky. And you might not be happy to know, but our friend Adelaide, as well as her companion Graham, are on their way to sort of, I guess, consort with the king and like try and piggyback on his plan. So even though they broke you out of prison, they're trying to side with the guy that put you in prison. It's kind of it's a weird situation. We're all feeling strange about it right now.
So their plan is to make a huge thing in the sky.
Yeah, I'm not sure how it works, but we just talked to some gods and they say that there's actually merit to this, like it could work. Basically, what it's gonna try and do, I guess when it hatches, is like create like a portal to the past, or it's going to like take those with it and just warp out of this timeline and go to the past and change it and rewrite history. Like, I'm not sure, but it's time travel. And they're trying to change the past to make a better future. However, it's humorous. Like, how would you know? Even if you knew stuff about the future, the moment you change the early shit, everything else changes. It's like a butterfly. You kill it, in ancient times, and then you go in the future 2,000 years, and suddenly, Genasi are ruling the earth throughout. Like, who knows?
Who is this butterfly? Show me it.
I know, right? It's the metaphor is supposed to be like any little thing you do in the past has very large repercussions as time goes on, because it changes one thing, which changes another thing, and so on and so on, and the web continues to expand and expand the further out you go. So, like, they might go back in time, change a few things that, like, in the moment are for the better, but then it changes everything else down the line. It's like your future knowledge can only take you so far, then everything's gonna start happening. You can't predict what's gonna happen. What are you gonna do then? Make another egg? Do another time travel? Where does it end? Antoine, I know you're here listening to me about this. Maybe you can give us some insight.
Perhaps I should have asked her to release me a bit earlier then. When she goes back. If she goes back, if that's what she's doing.
That's the idea. I don't have a lot of faith in this plan, I'll be honest.
And one kind of looks up at the blue thing. Yeah, summoning that thing I don't think is, that thing is an unknown variable. And they're never good.
Nobody who would sacrifice the capital of their kingdom in order to create a freaking abominable blue egg in the sky for the purpose of time travel to fix everything has their head on straight, right? But I'm not alone in this. Like, clearly you don't have your priorities right if that's what you think is, like, makes sense.
No, I don't think. Not many people have the power to do this. When you have the power, I think that's when it starts to hit you. There's a lot we would all change if we could go back. Not being imprisoned for many years, he kind of gestures at her. I'm sure we would both enjoy not having that happen to us. But the uncertainties are more the worry. You're right. Going back and attempting to fix things could make things much, much worse.
Yeah. Well, I did ask some gods to give my friend 10 years of their life back. I'll put in a good word for you, too, so maybe you can get some of your respect as well. Just some youth. I mean, not undo all that stuff that you lived, like you lived it, but maybe just kind of make you younger so you can live a little longer as a younger guy. You know what I mean? I'm not saying undo anything. I don't feel like people should undo stuff. I just feel like if you've stolen something from somebody unfairly who didn't, like, deserve it, it's weird because I used to be a pirate and I'm saying this. But like maybe if you want to rectify that situation, give them the thing that you took back. Not necessarily go back in time and redo it, but like if you stole their life and you wasted their time doing a thing, give them some of their life back. I don't know. I'm not a god, I can't do that. I just feel like that should be something.
Some things cannot be taken back. Unless you go back in time, I guess.
No, so we can't be thinking that way. Because if we think that way, then we're actually going to be sort of thinking, well, maybe, what if? I mean,
Unless...
No.
Let's go, Hakan. Let's go. Let's go back in time and free ourselves.
God. I mean, look, we are sort of kind of given a weird second chance. Anton, you should be dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're not. So, I mean, you kind of already have your second chance in a way. And Hakan, it's unfortunate that you were imprisoned by that fucking asshole.
I'll see home again soon. After
I hope so.
This.
Yeah, this. Whatever this is, whatever's going on.
I'll say at this point, the gang can have returned back if they want to.
Yeah.
You guys hear very loudly as you walk through the gate proclaiming,
Hakan, your people fight dragons. You wouldn't happen to know a way to throw something big into the sun, would you?
Perhaps if we find Adelaide, she makes me bigger instead of smaller.
Yes, that's what's important, Ron. We need to find Adelaide.
Yeah, if we can grow this guy. Oh, hi guys. If we can grow this guy and then launch something, he can deliver a punch that might careen that thing out of like orbit, you know?
Well, we need to find Adelaide first. So we can worry about that later. By the way, we couldn't really find anything.
Nothing exists out there.
Yeah,
it's all dead.
It's pretty dry.
I'm sure Brackus has some rations for us.
Dry more gray stuff.
Ra's like visibly bummed out. She's like really looking forward to that. Like, oh, all right, I guess we'll eat like gruel and.
You might be able to fish, but you're not sure either. The quality of fish in the water.
What kind of fish are in the water?
Yeah.
They're all spooky now.
Yeah.
I mean, a spooky fish could still taste good.
Yeah.
Depending.
Puffer fish, yo.
You get like that.
I guess since the plan is not to like go anywhere tonight, like we're gonna rest up. I think I want to add counterspell to my spell book, but I'm gonna need an investment of gold to do it.
You already owe Beth 400.
I paid Beth. I
owe her
all
400.
No. You did owe her 400. I think I paid her 320 because that's all I had.
Okay.
But it still didn't pay off everything.
Yeah, you bought some.
Because I literally just gave her the bag of gold.
You could give her back the potions. I don't think you used them.
I used one, but I
didn't
still
use
have
any of them.
Of like the
No,
three
the ones
that
that I got
accumulated the
from
debt.
her, I haven't used. I have a potion of climbing, water breathing, and invisibility. I think I don't need that potion of climbing, and I'm gonna hope that the water breathing Comet can provide for us. So I'm gonna give those back to her and say, "Hey, can you spot me for some special inks for my spell book if I give these back?" And if I'm still running a tab, essentially, like I'll pay off that tab when I can.
Yeah. How much would a counter spell cost you? That's like 150.
That's
ain't
like,
it?
yeah, 150 because
Level
it's 50
three?
per
Per
spell
spell
level.
level. So yeah, so it's 6 hours and 150 gold.
I thought it was just 1 hour per spell level when you're writing it down.
Maybe.
No, that's if you're savant. I thought it was 2. If I'm not mistaken, it's 2 hours per spell level. I thought.
Either way, you're gonna have the
Maybe
time.
I'm completely off base here. Let's see.
Yeah, then your debt will only be 133 gold, because the 322 would pay off for the potions and a little bit.
So my debt is what again? You said
133.
And you were right, Shane. It is
133.
2 hours instead of 1.
Yeah, your speed read.
Gold owed to Beth. Putting that in my my inventory to remind myself. Yeah, I'm not a speed reader. I'm slow. I'm the bad student. But yeah, I'll organize something with Beth. Borrow the Lawrence. I'm gonna add counterspell to my spell list during our long rest.
All right. What is everyone else going to be doing in the eve?
Silas is going to try his darndest to make this gruel the best gruel they've ever had.
That's going to be a cooking with disadvantage then. Like the things you got no good supplies.
A gruel +1.
Ooh. Rule and task.
Oh no.
22.
With a bit of rage on
Rage.
top? Yeah.
Yellow rage. I'm still mad about gods.
He accidentally like punches the gruel into the bowl.
It hisses a little.
Oh, gruel's fighting back.
You made that grey ooze enemy. Oh, well, you're cooking some damn eatable gruel.
Damn, that gruel is edible,
You can eat
man.
that, man. You can damn eat that.
Damn, this gruel is like a B, and that's really high for like gruel.
I do
like
want
on par with like an apple.
I do want to go up to Hakarm, and kind of just ask him about like, so what did Adelaide do with you? I mean,
Came up to the cell and seemed like they were unsure about something, and I figured they might have been there to do something else other than free me, but they decided to free me. She shrunk me and we snuck out. Well, I snuck out of there. They walked. And then I jumped into the river as soon as we got onto the bridge and swam my way to this place she told me would be safe. But she took my weapon. I think it was a part of the deal as well.
What weapon was it?
It was a spear. It was a grand spear. It could slay dragons. That's why I had it, to slay dragons. Might have been a dragon-slaying spear. Something that might have been useful to you guys if a dragon shows up, but you don't have it. That sucks.
That's odd. Adelaide, I don't think Adelaide has a lot of experience with those kind of weapons.
I do not think she is the one who is attempting to slay the dragon.
She went with Graham, right?
That is the name of her greasy friend, then yes.
Okay.
Yep, that's Graham.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Can Graham hold a spear?
They both had to carry it out.
I guess if they're
It was
fighting
the
with
size
both
of me. Unless they plan to
Okay.
shrink it too.
I mean, I guess they could. Okay. Well, it's nice to know she's helping people.
Yeah. But why that spear? What do they need it for? What are they getting it for? They getting it for Quinn?
Is
Right? Like,
is Quinn a dragon?
no, but they have some plan, right? So they needed that for something, and their plan was to side with Quinn. So maybe if they had met up with Quinn, and Quinn's like, "Go fetch this for me," and that'll prove to me that you are on the level or something, right? It could have been like a side quest for them to prove to Quinn that they're on his side, or I don't know.
So
Or
then-
they could have some other plot. I have no idea.
Well, either way, Carm, you are welcome here. And it is a safe place.
You
We try
have
to make it
mentioned
that.
it's under attack about 10 times today.
Well, for now, it's safe. It's going to possibly be under attack, which is why we want to make it safe.
I understand
That's more
perfectly.
accurate.
More safe than the city in any.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any
Exactly,
other place,
Adelaide.
out of
Wait a
all the
minute.
places you could have told him to go, yeah. It was either this or like the pirates, I guess, and I don't think he's going to be able to
Yeah.
swim to the pirates. Though he does look athletic, he might be able to.
He might also sink like a rock.
Mm,
If you think you might have to go into the water, get a potion of water breathing, and you just walk on the bottom, you'd be alright.
Plow up the anchor.
I mean, I've done that before.
It's literally a good tactic. Like, it's not. I'm not even. That could actually be a really good tactic to like avoid the notice of like demons and shit flying around. Though you might have to contend with whatever's in the water, but hopefully, if you blend in with the seafloor enough, nothing will bother you.
Akarm already said where the prison is, right?
Yeah.
Like, we know where the prison
You guys
is.
know where the prison. It's on like a little offshore island connected by a bridge that's just past like where you see most of the cultists hanging out.
Do we want to go to where we know her to have been last? Is that our...
That's kind of the
Probably a
one
good idea.
thing we have. That's the one lead we have.
I
You
also
know there would
think
be a
it'd cool.
big battle if you're gonna try and
Pretty
get past all the cultists as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not nighttime. But, yeah.
Well, it's evening, isn't it?
It's a time.
All right. First thing tomorrow. First light, we're gonna go out and get to that island, but we need to do. We might need to if we just kind of chill out now. I think we might be able to leave before the sun rises, so we have the cover of night. But it's like it's right as the sun is starting to rise when we meet the island. That's how we should time it. So that way we, have most of the day left, and it's also not the culling hour or whatever they call it, where they like start killing everybody.
As long as there's daytime, I think we're okay. I mean, I don't think we're not going to meet any resistance, but at least it won't be as bad as last time.
Antoine kind of
Also,
peeks
I
in from
believe
behind Hakan. Plus, if you're all not here when the popos show up, Lex won't be here.
Yeah, I was just about to say the same thing, Antoine.
And
We're on
we
the
could
same
just kind of
wavelength.
let them through and into the city where there's a lot of bad stuff waiting for them. Having a
Yeah?
three-sided fight might be better than a two-sided fight.
That's true.
Antoine, you strategist.
He kind
yes.
of brushes his nails off.
This is These are the kinds of ideas I was hoping for. Thank you, Antoine.
Just don't get caught in between the two.
Yeah, for sure.
Dinner's ready.
Get your gruel. Get your hot dogs.
Yeah. It's like pop out the window like dinner's ready.
I found an
I'm
extra
gonna go in.
like thing of cinnamon, so it's good.
Cinnamon.
Cinnamony gruel.
Mhm.
I'm gonna ask
Delicioso.
Silas.
So we might have to be sneaky tomorrow, and I know that's not your vibe. Is
Don't
there a
look at
way
me.
we can? It's more not Common's vibe. You're right. I'm sorry. I just know that we can be a bit noisy. I think going over the water might be best.
We do also have to deal with the cultists at some point. They did kill 3 of our people. Did you forget about that? How they stole 3 guards and like 3
The
days
mercenaries.
ago?
Oh no, I don't remember that actually.
You know,
out of game.
like our friends in blue that were protecting this place before.
Hmm.
Yeah, the prophet or something like
You
that.
mean
Like
the Valkyrie Knights?
These three.
no.
Those
Yeah.
3 in the house.
Mhm.
They
Yeah, these
fucked
guys.
them up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they stole them and killed them.
No.
We
Yep.
don't know
When
if
did this
they're dead.
happen?
Like,
they
4
went,
sessions
They
ago.
went scouting into the town to like check
Yeah.
like the castle, like kind of like there, and you never heard back.
We've never. Yeah.
We were gonna go like
Shit.
look for them, but then Adelaide left, and all
Yeah.
of that fucking went off.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
me.
I'm sorry, I missed that detail.
We found
No.
out about it when we got back from the pirate ship, right? Right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think Yuria told you. Someone told
Hey,
you.
Common, you still have that sending spell?
I can do one
Since
more.
we're listening anyway?
I was gonna try to contact Saloon, but
I think she'll call you. God to do
I
that.
think she will. Also, not to
She might
I
tell
don't
you.
know a lot about magic, but also I think it's the same plane of existence too. I don't believe
I can try. I can contact. There's a chance it might not work, but I can try to contact anybody.
Okay.
Try the guards.
Yeah, they're our friends. And that's not I didn't know that they were taken. I thought they were sleeping somewhere.
No, they've been gone for like 3 days, brah.
Bra.
I thought they were
I said raw.
No, I know.
Is this all on me now?
I mean, you're the one who
Jeez, Raw,
forgot.
come on.
Okay.
I don't
I mean,
think
you're like the smart one left in the group now that Adelaide's gone.
My brain hurts.
I can try to call one. I can try to see if they're okay. I don't know if I don't think okay, but
Yeah, hit up, see if you can hit up Jasper. And just see if they're alive. If they're in the prison, then we can have 2 birds, 1 stone. You go right there tomorrow and get them.
alright. I'm gonna use my 4th level spell slot
Ooh.
to cast Sending. Jasper. I'll say, so go ahead.
Yeah, you can't. Like, there's no other end.
Oh. Well.
Like, you ring, there is no, like, there's not even, like, leave a message at the beep. There's just,
Okay. Nothing there.
yeah, your call could not be connected.
Now, I don't know if this is going to be, I guess, like, clearer, but Sending does work if it's on a different plane of existence. It has a 5% chance of failing, but I'm assuming if they're dead, it's a no-go. So
Yeah, you think
Okay.
they're probably, they might be in, like, essence form at this point.
Okay. Yeah, they're not picking up.
Yeah.
I hate to ask, do you have enough magic for 1 more sending, or are you just out?
That's all I can do today.
Okay. Maybe we should have been smarter. We could have waited till after the flash and then tried. You know what I mean? Shit.
Flash?
From the blue thing in the sky that resurrects everybody?
Hmm.
Like, if we had timed it right, maybe we could have waited for that and then seen if they are somewhere. Like, we can do it tomorrow, I guess. If I don't know if you want to use a spell slot, but if our goal is to go to the prison regardless of where they're at, maybe we can just wait on this. I don't know.
As long as we can find the what was it called? Prophet. They can probably tell us where they are.
The Prophet ain't nobody to fuck with for sure. Like, unprepared. If we find the Prophet, that Prophet's not going to part that information willingly. It's going to be a fight.
I think
That's
the
for
Prophet
sure.
is going to become a problem sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Because I
We
think
really
they're going
need
to
to
start
do
running
that
out of
guy.
things to kill in that town, and here we are, a bunch of fresh beating hearts. And I know we really want to go look for Adelaide and all that, but she's kind of, don't tell her I said this. She's kind of a stone cold bitch and can take care of herself. So, but those three, I'm much more worried about, especially if they're dead, but might be coming back. So we should go save them as soon as we can, get their essence back here, if there's anything left, before they get zombified or they turn somebody into a giant monster.
So we gotta
On the
be
way.
smart about our magic then. I believe that they have strong enough wills that they will come back, not as zombies, but as themselves. After the flash, I hope. They seem pretty cool. And they have names, we saw their names, so we know that they, they're not just Joe Schmoes. Maybe, if you're willing to use a spell slot for it, a slot? I don't know what that means. If you're using a bit of your magic after you've rested up, Comet, to do that. Or if Saloon gets in contact with you, maybe she can tell you. You can just ask her. She probably knows their face.
If they are if they are in essence shape right now, I don't think they're gonna come back until we get them. Our essences don't come back every night or rather the ones we have, because we're using them.
You think that the cultists equipped them?
Maybe that's why the Prophet's so powerful.
Either that, or they might have turned them into something else.
I think we should
Valkyrie
go
Knight-
take care of this cult. I think that's tomorrow's job.
Still worried about Adelaide.
She'll be fine.
We need to get rest.
Eat your gruel.
Oh,
It tastes good. Just try it.
okay.
For once, I'm glad I don't have to eat.
Ruling ordeal.
Sorry.
Look, it's the best we got. I tried my hardest.
No, this is fine. I'll take out the rat. I keep wanting to give him a name, but he doesn't have. Whatever, it's fine.
When you the rat isn't in your bag anymore.
Oh,
Remember, I believe
Graham's
that
familiar.
rat did have a connection with Graham.
that was never confirmed, but
I thought it was.
no.
Didn't the rat go with Graham?
No, I don't think it did.
Last any of you saw? I don't know. A lot of you were moving very quickly.
Someone go back and retrace the lore of the
No,
fat
I
rat.
mean,
The fat rat.
there definitely
I
was
thought I
a
heard-
situation.
I thought I heard Cheeki narrate that the mouse just bailed with Graham and Adelaide during that time. Not that it was necessarily a familiar, but it was just like maybe his pet or something.
The rat man.
No, I don't know. Well,
Yeah.
he's gone. Well, I hope.
And there are crumbs in your bag. Like,
Mhm.
he would be chowing down right now.
Is there a hole in my backpack?
No.
Hmm.
Maybe
Invisible
just went for a
rat.
walk.
Yeah.
Though I don't think
I
you'd
hope
necessarily ever, like, wearing full plate and stuff, you probably wouldn't really notice him leaving your backpack.
Mhm.
Comedy's inside your hair and he's
It's
ratatouille.
My spellcaster.
All right.
And like Silas wakes up like in the morning like, Comet, why are you putting food into your hair? And you're like, I don't know, it just feels right.
I hope he's okay, but I guess he must have found a better place to be.
Might
Oh,
just be going
pressed. Ooh.
for a walk, or I guess in his shape, a roll.
How dare you, dude? Leave him alone.
Just a little
He's
guy.
just a little guy, dude.
No! I don't have any more centering to get him. I don't even know his name.
Big John.
All right. I think
Fat
we should. I think we should go to bed, and so Comet can have his chat with, tap the crescent moon armor that I'm wearing.
Mhm.
Yeah, Ra's gonna sleep on the couch.
Fair enough.
You have a bed.
I don't feel like sleeping on it right now. I want to be in the living room.
There's a very
All right.
Viridian-sized
I feel like I do it now.
dent where you're sitting right now.
I like jump on the couch to fluff it out.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I don't. That's the last thing I want is a Viridian imprint.
But yeah, Common and Silas, you both head to the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Upon
Ooh.
opening the door, you do see a large rat sitting on the table.
I told you he was just out for a walk.
Oh, there you are.
He's sitting there. He's got like a letter on his back. It's not like strapped.
Oh.
It's just like leaning against his back.
Is this for me?
They nod.
You can talk to me, like I understand.
They kind of like reach back with one hand and hold the letter, and reach out their other one and do like a gimme motion.
all right.
Crumbs, Comet.
Yeah,
Crumbs.
Here you go.
Bring me the crumb.
Read it aloud. I'm going to start taking off
He
all
squints
fucking
and
armor.
kind of jumps into your hand and starts eating the crumb.
You must have had an adventure. Are you okay?
Yeah.
God damn
He's
it. All right. Did you meet anybody?
Nah, that's for you.
What?
The letter for you.
Oh. All right. I guess I'll talk to you later.
Oh, mate.
Back at the thing. I'll start reading the letter.
Yeah, you kind of thumb it open, and you can tell very quickly that it's from Graham.
Hmm.
And it says like he's sorry that things have turned out this way, but he requests one last chance to talk to you, should you have it in you, and asks you to meet him just outside the Barbican.
Okay.
Right now?
Well, I mean, if he's here, then
It
I
does
guess
mention
at some
bring
point-
whoever you want. He doesn't necessarily say like come alone.
Alone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing insinuates alone.
Come alone. Well, I can't contact him yet or anymore. But
So I was just gonna like open up the window and lean out and just go, Graham!
well, he said outside. He probably can't hear you, Silas. But
I'm pretty loud.
It does say
He
he'll
might
be
not
there
wanna-
like every night just to make sure. Like he'll be there
yeah,
whether you're there or not.
you can lay down if you want, Silas. I think I'll be all right.
Like, I'm coming with. Adelaide might be with him.
Maybe, yeah.
Because if she is, I'm putting her underneath my arm. She can't go anywhere.
Should I tell the others?
Yeah. Come
Okay.
on. Here, I'm just gonna throw over Gambison and start walking downstairs.
A shawl.
Mhm.
Hey everyone.
I'm glad I chose the couch because it feels like you have an announcement to make.
Graham's here.
Well, not here, but we're gonna go meet him.
Yeah, Lex
Come
kind of hovers up. Just did Adelaide with him?
I don't
No
know.
idea.
Mm.
I got a letter.
Okay.
The rat gave me a letter. I should probably give him
I
a
knew
name.
the rat was with him. I had a feeling they were in cahoots from the beginning.
You do have very matching personalities.
Hey, don't speak ill of the rat. The rat seemed cool. That's all I'm saying.
True. No
So if we
disrespect,
want-
Mr. Rat.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, he's okay with. He's fine.
Alright.
Yeah. So if you guys want, we can go meet him outside. He said he would be there, so
Do that.
yeah, man, in prison is alright, bloke.
You want to
Let's
be...
go.
Listen,
wait, in the prison?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, man, in prison. We'll hang out.
Wait, so not outside of the Babacon? We have to make our
No,
way
no,
to
no,
the
no,
prison?
no. I met him inside the prison.
Oh, all right, all right.
Ages ago. We go way back.
Wait, Graham was in prison
No, man. It's Graham. What? Of course he was in
before we
prison.
met him, or now?
Oh, like ages ago.
Going
Oh,
to prison
It was
doesn't-
by the way, you
before all
guys,
this.
you guys are only hearing my side of the conversation.
Yeah.
It's like before all this happened, man.
Why are you still piecing it together like Grams? An inmate? He probably escaped with the rat, which is why he wanted to rob the vault of the fucking castle.
Wait, can you and Graham talk to each other?
Yeah, a little bit.
They
I mean, I understand. Like, I understand you,
Graham can understand. Well, I guess yeah.
Oh, if
Comment,
Graham can
ask him
understand.
if he can communicate with Graham right now, like in this moment.
I don't think. Can you talk to him now?
but you look like he's in the room.
Yeah, that's a no.
Yeah, you're smart. There you go.
No, all right.
I was worried that Graham would hear all the shit that we talk about him when he's not here. Specifically me. I don't like him.
Oh shit. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't really give that much shit about Graham. Anyway, okay.
Let's go.
I'm excited now.
Okay,
Let's do this shit.
Calm down.
What are
Don't set
you-
the house on fire.
that's weird. Yeah, let's go.
Oh, you all come back.
Here, I'll put my token here.
Yeah, where are you, Zol?
Yeah.
We're all in the house.
Oh, you're on the outside. Which side do you go? Out onto the bridge or out? Just like out.
Probably the
gate.
bridge.
Probably the bridge. That would make the most sense.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's what I figure.
Unless they decided to 180 and they've just been hanging out. And,
Yeah.
like,
Unless
Hamlet this
while
whole
while we
time.
were at the pirates' place, they just got through the Babacon. They were like, we'll just hang out here.
we're just constantly just missing each other.
Yeah, let's keep circling around. Oh no, my browser is dying on me.
No.
So I get for clicking on Graham.
Dog browser.
Get out of here.
Alright.
Bye.
Non-hostile location unknown. Graham. Pop him up against here because he's cool, like.
He's going to be leaning up against the
Oh
wall.
yeah, oh yeah. You know he is.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, he definitely knows you're coming. Y'all ain't sneaking up on him, so he does kind of straighten himself up and dust off his coat. It always has dust on it, like no matter what.
Grub.
Gives you a wave as you come over. Looks like he's about to go for like the hug gesture, but stops himself. He's
I hug him.
oh.
Well, hi. What? Is Adelaide okay? Are you okay? What's going on?
Oh,
How do you know this
where's-
is the rat?
Where's Adelaide?
Okay, one question at a time. We are fine.
What color is my underwear?
I don't think he knows. You just detect underpants.
He just like squints and goes, blue.
Oh!
Just kind of like intuitively knows.
Okay, so me, Adelaide, we're fine. Did you meet up friend? Never mind.
Yes, we did.
We're staying at the castle temporarily, but that's neither here nor there. Well, it's over there actually, but
Yeah, I was gonna say.
it's directly over there. How are you all?
Panicked?
We done better.
You look panicked, in a rush. Didn't interrupt anything,
There's a
did
lot.
I?
There's a lot happening.
Sounds about
Yeah,
right.
yeah. You guys kind of build at an opportune moment. Let's just put it that way.
To be fair, I
You
wasn't
like,
expecting
take the worst time.
Adelaide to come with, but seems she had thoughts on her mind.
What do you guys? You guys are at the castle?
Well, I'm right here, but I will
Well-
be. Yes.
Don't be a smartass.
Sorry. Look, yes, we helped Quinn with something,
Can I-
and we're staying at the castle till this all.
I touch him. Is he real or is he an illusion?
He's
Why are we
real.
hugging?
Yeah, he's very physical.
Okay, I take a step back.
I'm like, I'm just wondering if you were like projecting yourself or something.
No, that probably would have been smart. He stares in silence.
That would have been pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Um,
alright. Listen. Yeah. We are so confused. What's going? You didn't tell us anything that I'm aware of. Flying some covered for your ass. I'm still mad at him about that. What's going on? What did Quinn ask you to do? What is your plan here? Fill us in.
Well, I mean, sadly, my plan is to still go ahead with him. I know that's not exactly why I'm here. I'm not here to come back or anything, sorry. But should you win, and your chances are good, it's you guys, I know you. I wanted things to be off my chest, so if I'm dead or whatever else happens, at least you know. He kind of looks over at you, Comet.
No. What?
I've done a lot in my time to prevent whatever it is my uncle got up to. He wasn't a good man, and I was kind of blinded by my actions in attempting to stop anything he did. And your sister was one of his plans. We've all lost things here. And that is mainly my reason for wanting to side with Quinn and go back. There are things I want back. I want my family back. I want years of my life that I spent being an angry person back. But I've taken things as well that I can't give back. I didn't know she was in that card comet.
Did you do it?
He kind of looks at you, just emptily. I feel you deserve to know. You always said you blamed yourself, but it wasn't you.
Graham. As long as I've been here, I've learned that actions are connected to a lot of things. Jem being where she was, there was a lot that had to happen for that.
He kind of slumps against the semi-pillar, kind of just sits down on the ground. I know it is a lot to hear, but don't try and justify any of this for me. If Silas hit me or something, I want to give her back to you.
Stop.
No.
You say that you took her away. Jem was the only connection that I had that was positive in any way beforehand. I've been able to mourn her loss the way I have decided to. You're looking for some kind of forgiveness for yourself. You don't get to decide how I feel about that. If you wanted me to get angry, that's not... You can't keep being that selfish. You can't keep deciding how other people's lives go. If you think that Jem isn't here because of you, then you need to find a way to fix that. And me hitting you, me punching, me getting upset isn't the way that I will deal with that. You said that you don't like your last name. You've tried to make amends for that. And now you're back with the same people that you were trying to kill? And you think you have the right to tell me how to forgive you? Graham, you need to find a way to get there by yourself. Because I have my own way of dealing with that.
Well, you deserve to know all the better. Wouldn't keep sitting around you, pretending to be your friend, knowing that I did that.
I wasn't pretending.
And you weren't either, Graham. You weren't pretending.
Pretending things were fine.
You were hiding
Not
the truth.
fine. He kind of stands up again. After all this, what do you expect's happening? Common and Silas go off their way. You and Flotsam run off. Lex and Adelaide go off. Where am I? I'm here. I don't think anybody wants me with you. No one wants me around.
I mean, you can always join my pirate crew if you promise to not murder people's siblings. Sorry, I do not have the grace for this conversation.
Yeah, bedtime, bro.
Graham, we had a discussion. Day one, I met you. You wanted to have better relationships with people. I gave you the way that I've had those experiences. But you can't keep feeling sorry for yourself and expecting other people to make it better. We've extended... I know I have. Many opportunities for you to join us, for you to be with us. If you don't believe those to be true, I don't know what else I could do. If you don't think that there's an after this, then you need to find one. If not us, with someone else. Because we've made it clear that whatever relationship we have, there's one there. And if you want to throw it away because of guilt, that's your decision, not ours. You've already taken from others. Are you going to take that relationship away too?
I believe I've already taken it away.
then I hope you find someone else that makes you happy. And I hope that we don't meet in worse circumstances.
I feel we might.
Okay, I'm sorry. Enough of this, Graham. Enough of this. You think it's already over? You've given up. You were possessed by anger. I know what that's like. I get it. I felt that. Alright? And you made a mistake, something you cannot take back. I know what that's like too. Maybe not on this scale, but I get it. And now you're just trying to be like, well, I guess I'll just undo everything at the expense of everything else here. At the expense of the person that you feel you've wronged. You can't take that back. That's the thing. You don't get to take that stuff back. That's life. You have regrets. Sorry, buddy. We all have regrets. You think you're the only person that feels like they regret shit? I regret shit I do every fucking day. Now you have some balls coming up here and telling Comet the truth. That gives me a little bit more respect for you. But enough of this fucking pity party. If you really want to make it up to the person you feel you've wronged, then you should be asking him what you can do to make it up to him. Don't be telling him to beat you up or whatever. He's right. You don't get to dictate how he gets to forgive you, if he chooses to forgive you. But you didn't once ask, what can I do to make it up to you? I feel so bad. What can I do? You came in resolved to, I'm going to just rewind the clock, pretend it never happened. It happened, Graham. Wake up and smell the roses. It happened. You hurt somebody. And you've hurt people around you. But you're not the only person in this equation here. And you're not the only person that's hurt people and have had to make it up to them. You might never be able to make it up, I'll be honest. That's something that, I mean, good lord. There's really not a lot coming back from that. But the fact that you're going to then turn it all around with this hotshot plan of yours? Why don't you ask Comet what you could do that might put you on the road to him choosing to forgive you, if that's something he even wants to do?
I already assume there is nothing. What could you do?
Jem and I have been able to remain in some kind of contact. She's not completely gone. I've told her about the people I've met and the things that I've seen. She's found happiness with the things that I tell her. And she says that I would have never experienced them if those things wouldn't have happened. What I want is for this world to keep going. I want to meet more people. I want to keep the friends I have. I want to protect the people I love. if you want to somehow make that better, then I'm sure that's what Jem would want too.
He starts pacing kind of back and forth in the limited room he has as you've all kind of circled him. When you showed up, my heart sunk. Like some kind of Grim Reaper was there to collect me. The rogues are not common, and for you to show up. And you get to keep talking to her? I'd give everything to talk to my family one more time.
How did they go?
He kind of looks down at his hand. The baronet memorabilia he has. He pulls off a ring and kind of tosses it to the ground. The baronets killed them. They sent people in, slaughtered them, and the one who came for me, I guess, had a little bit of a conscience left. Rather than killing me, he threw me in the prison to live out my life. The one who found my little brother wasn't as lenient. So neither was I.
So you think this going back to find them again? That's how that works?
I don't know.
You've lost a lot of time, haven't you, Graham?
And taken it.
This path you've been on, how long has it taken you?
And gestures to now. I don't think I left it. Maybe swayed a little bit, but the promise for everything to go back and to be fine, to forget any of this, and live normal. Not as a vindictive, angry teenager and a murderous adult.
I'm not saying forget. I'm saying carry. Continue. We all came here. Do you know what that means?
A willingness.
It means there's more than this. More than us. We're trying to make sure we see that. We may not have a reason to yet. But I think that's what we're all looking for. And Quinn is trying to take that away. Do you want to take more?
At this point, I see I have not much to lose either way.
But you have so much to give. Remember all the people at the Babacon? Remember the smile in Melody's face? Remember what your mercenaries would do to protect you. They have such great memories, such great lives. And those are only a few of the people you've met. Who else is out there? Do you know?
The only people I know are the blood-hungry cultists and the blood-hungry zombies. All people who deserve better in some way.
They deserve a rest.
He kind of lets out a half-hearted chuckle and wipes his face with his grimy sleeve. Well, I just thought you deserve to know. I didn't want to have any of this go forward
Graham.
without you knowing.
Graham, are you not listening to what Comet's saying? You have lost so much, and you keep focusing on what's gone. He's asking you, what is it that you still have? And there's a lot more there than you're giving credit for. You know that what you did was wrong. And if you know that, then you know what Quinn is doing is 1,000,000 times worse. The price is too high. If you are remorseful for your part in trying to stop it, then you would also have to be remorseful for your part in enabling it. But you have a chance to stop while you're ahead. You always have a chance. There's always a choice. Graham.
Even if you decide to go back, you're going back to Adelaide. She's there for you.
suppose that is true.
And you could choose to stay with us. We can all go get her together.
It's getting late. I'm going to go.
Don't die.
I'm not sure we can.
I've tested that. It's pretty hard. Stay safe.
He gives a nod, kind of looking back at the Babacan.
I'll be waiting for you.
See you later.
Good luck.
Again.
And with the gangs gone across the bridge in different directions, we will pull up in on session 53. Bloody hell.
How's that for your soap opera, Al?
Holy shit! Oh my god. Y'all are phenomenal! What?
Oh my god.
I'm like about to cry! Oh my god!
Oh my god. I
That
don't
was
remember.
really good.
I don't remember when it happened, but
Oof.
there was a moment at some session where I was like, "It better not be Grab." Oh my god!
He said he was very into stopping each and every of the plans. You found out it was part of one of their plans to bring your sister. I think even Shane mentioned, what if it was Graham?
Yeah.
Like, at the moment
I
you
don't
were
remember
reading
if
it.
I did.
Oh,
Oh.
the familiar being Graham. It's not a familiar. He just talks to rats.
I figured it was
Specifically
the pet rat,
rat.
yeah.
He's like his ratkin. Look, familiars
'Cause I
aren't
remember-
sneaky enough for him, you know? He has to have the next level of familiar, which is just a pet.
I feel like because of what his backstory, I mean, he could technically have the urchin background, which would give him
Yeah.
a pet rat part of the background. So that could have just been that, you know?
Just animal
Jeez.
friendship and speak with animals all the time. It was snitching everything you were saying to him. He knew how you guys felt about him from the beginning.
I was gonna say, like, there was a lot of times when
telling him.
there was a lot of times where Grab would come up to us and just be like, "You guys hate me," and I'm like, "You have heard nothing."
I want it to be known that my displeasure with him was said to his face from the beginning, and then I changed my mind later on. I thought he's not that bad, and now I found out that he's a murderer, which
He just wants to give him his sister back, man.
Ra and Silas on team We Were Right.
Oh, excuse me.
He's. I mean, Ra said what she
Graham.
could, but she didn't want to like take the whole moment away from because I'm obviously Comet's the one that gets to dictate whether or not he can forgive Graham, but like. You've clearly offered him many times the opportunity to do the right thing. And him just being like, I guess we're just going to have to be enemies. And I was like, you're not listening to him. He's saying you don't have to do that.
You cannot be
God,
friends
you
with the
sad
person
sack.
you killed the
You
sister
traded
of.
one emotion of anger with guilt. Stop thinking with emotions and start thinking with your fucking heart here.
He can't, dude. He can't. It's empty.
Left it in the jail cell.
He left it.
I don't know. Ross and her piece. Just hoping at some point he'll think about it, but God, man. Graham is the saddest person I think we've met. Virgil was sad. Brachus was pretty sad, but it all felt shallow compared to this shit.
Graham is tragic, not sad.
Just having to sit there where you're like, oh, it's my fault. He's just like, yeah, your fault. Yeah, you killed her, buddy. You're the one who did it.
I mean, yeah, it is.
Well,
but like,
I didn't disintegrate her with a fireball or anything.
I was gonna say, like, I don't remember if Graham was there when I was explaining that.
Oh yeah, he said nothing. He kept his mouth shut. He was like, "Oh, now is not the time. I cannot run.
Quiet.
This will decapitate me instantly."
I was surprised Silas did not
No,
do anything like that.
That's Comet's emotions that he's supposed to be speaking to, not
I mean,
Silas's.
We were definitely on the same page there. I was like,
that's why I didn't say anything until the very end.
Yeah.
Like, I was just waiting to be sure everything was said and done.
Yeah. Before I punched.
No, I gave him the silent dad fury.
Like,
oh man,
you know what you did was wrong. Right.
It's all right.
God damn. What am I doing here?
What a way to end the session. My God.
Damn.
What a good
Just a
soap
roleplay
opera.
game,
This is
guys.
my favorite show.
My weekly
4-hour episodes.
They should rename this game from Dungeons and Dragons to Dungeons and Damn. That's how I feel today.
That's how most sessions with this entire group go. It's just fucking, we're all super dramatic people. No matter what setting we're in, drama.
It's just all drama.
Damn. I miss Fel.
I'm bummed.
Oh no.
Couldn't get the Wi-Fi working.
Yeah,
making
power
such
outage
weird
thing.
faces.
Oh yeah,
My favorite pastime during these live streams is to watch his face.
Honestly, he's the most expressive.
We should probably hop off stream.
Yeah.
Before we get out of here.
Later, gang. Love you all. See you next week. Sheesh.
Bye, everybody. Peace.